All right, so we got Knia Singh in the building. How are you doing today, man?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well.
I'm an independent community member, and I am a lawyer. But most of all, I'm just like you, community activist. I'm here to ensure that our rights as Canadians are safe.
So I was doing some research on you, man, and your story is pretty impressive. You know, you're a lawyer, you're an activist, and you're also running for mayor in Toronto, man. So how did you get to that process of going from being a recording, owning a recording studio and then now running for mayor?
It's a pretty long story, but it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 17, I used to dance for a rap group.
Yeah.
And we traveled across Asia and did shows in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Same time Maestro was out, Mishimi, Dream Warriors.
Okay.
So that was a great experience. It
Yeah.
opened me up to music.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big hip-hop fiend from the time I was born, like as music started developing.
Yeah.
So when we were in the studio, I would always say, hey, I wanna make some beats. I want to rap. I want to do this. I never really got the opportunity that I wanted to. So by the time I hit 18, 19, I said, you know what? I'm going to get my own recording equipment and then make my own beats and do my own studio. So then 1993, after I was working a couple places, I saved some money, got a student venture loan because I was in college at the time, just doing one semester. And then I basically started building my studio. Back then it was 4-track cassette tapes with, DAT recorders, and I had the ASR-10. That was my main piece of equipment. So me and my partner, Shamari, we formed Crazy Mental Productions.
Okay.
And that was our studio for us to make our own music. But then people in the neighborhood caught on. They're like, yo, Knia's got a studio. And there was no hip-hop studios around that time because it was mostly rock studios. Hip-hop was fairly young. Toronto hadn't emerged too much in that scene. And so I became one of the go-to studios because my rates were fairly low and I was really, friendly with the clients.
Yeah.
And then I started getting people coming from Oakville, from Newmarket, from Pickering, all into this one hub in Alton Towers, northeast Toronto, to record music. As I started doing that, students, young people were in school and they wanted co-op placements. So they would say, hey, Knia, could I do my co-op placement with your studio? And I'd say, sure. And then before I knew it, I had, about 6, 7, 8 students in my studio working.
Wow.
With that exposure, I started understanding different challenges that youth were going through. Me, myself, I never lived in Ontario housing, so I never really seen a lot of the oppression that was going on. I was still attuned to it through music and through my environment, but I never heard firsthand the stories that people were telling me. They were telling me they were getting, harassed by police. They were getting, lawyers were pleading them out to cases they weren't even guilty for. And so I started saying, we have to address these issues. 1997 is when the mega city elections happened. And I said, you know what? I understand what's going on in the streets, in the community, and I also understand legal language, political language. I said, I'm going to put myself up as a person who can speak on behalf of the community. So I ran for the first time when I was 23 years old in 1997 for city council.
Wow. How was that experience running at 23 years old?
It was
coming from hip hop too, right?
It was eye-opening. I really thought that anybody with good ideas, people would listen to their ideas and vote for them because it made sense. And then I quickly realized it was all about money and volunteers and signs. And so after that experience, when I didn't get the results that I expected, I said, you know what? I got to take a break on this. Let me establish myself. Let me go forward in life, save up some money, and then I'll come back at it later.